Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but we react to everything action, horror, comedy, thriller, slice of life, rom-com, deep, dark, bizarre animes. But today, let's get back to shonen. We are watching Jujutsu Kaisen season 3. We are on episode 7, and this is about to go down now, guys. We are officially entering Sendai Colony, and this is the moment where everything starts to build back together. We were building up to a storyline, which is the fighting and all this stuff, and we had to give some context and everything up until episode 6, which was last episode. By the way, if you haven't checked out the reaction to that, there's a link in the description for the playlist of Passion of the Cog, which is I thought it was a good episode because it tells you a lot of stuff about multiple different characters. A Gojo does not just rely on himself, by the way, to get everything done. He relies on his students. He knows he's been grooming up loads of very strong pupils, and his students have the same exact mindset, except different passions, of course. But the students also have the same mindset as Gojo has, which is not to become evil. Sort of how like Geto transition. He's trying to teach them the right stuff, and which they are learning. And by the way, these students are incredibly strong. Like for example, in last episodes, we saw Kirara fighting Megumi and Panda together. And maybe Panda is not the most smartest of the guy there, but you can see how smart or how Megumi has such a good battle IQ that he was able to figure out the technique of Kirara in just one moment. And I'm not sure if they have even met before, but not only that, so he figured out the technique, find out the flaw, and he was humble enough to be like, no, you know what? We could fight, but we could go on. But I don't want to fight. We need your help, and we request your help. So incredibly amazing mindset and battle IQ from Megumi's side. On the other side, Zoro is fighting Itadori. I keep saying Zoro because it's the same voice actor, but it's actually Hakari, and I know that. But Zoro is fighting Itadori, and Itadori refuses to even fight back because he knows that this goes the wrong way if he starts to fight back. He has the role of a cog. He mentioned what his role is. He mentioned what that role holds and what he's accountable for. And he has, by this point, Itadori has gone through terrible stuff. At this point, loads of different characters would have just broken down, but with the help of incredibly amazing partners and friends like Choso, his brother, Todo, also his brother, Megumi, Yuta. Yuta? Yeah, Yuta. So all of these amazing characters brought him back together to where he is right now, and he understands what his role is, and he wants Hakari or Zoro to know that he's incredibly useful for this mission, and they cannot do this without him. Now, while Yuta is fighting already in the Sendai colony, there's also another character that was introduced literally at the end of the episode, which was Kashimo, and that guy is just crazy. You get points in this Culling game by killing people. He's already got enough points to implement a rule, and he implemented a rule where basically everybody can find out who the players are and what their info is. I'm not sure what sort of info, but you can still find it. So, strong character introduction there. We don't know much about him, but now, finally, uh, finally, I think this is the point where Hakari and Kirara understand what's going on, why Gojo cannot help, and what they need from them, and they're going to go back into the colonies, guys. So let's get on with it. Let's find out what our shonen has for us and watch episode 7 of season 3 Jujutsu Kaisen. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. I think that's Geto talking. Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure if this is someone we know. Okay. Is he showing his kind side to us? Is Geto really good? I know it's not Geto, but like, of course. We're just gonna call him Geto at this point. He's kind enough to let these people be awake outside the colonies because they were already inside and they have a right to choose. Okay. Oh! That's Itadori's friend from the start. Oh wow! What a callback from the first episode. Nice. Did I just skip over the fact that Geto called Itadori his son? Wow. Nice. Alright, alright. That's kind of interesting. I wonder why they showcase that. Like, is it just to show that he is his friend? Yeah, nobody can believe it. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they didn't know as well. Everybody's looking after Itadori. Okay, finally we are on board. Alright. I bet he just wants money. Hmm. Yeah, you got the head of Zayn clan there. Yeah. Sea urchin head. Oh no, he doesn't know that as well. Right, finally. Time to announce the rules. Number of rules added and current colony. Okay. Kind of like an AI bot. I don't think Itadori got the choice of leaving the company and leaving the colony and join again. Whoa. Oh, so Sukuna is the player. All right. It's a touchscreen? Wow. Oh, 200 points. So he can add one more rule as well. Okay. Just filter.
ああ、いいよいいよ。伏黒の言うことは聞いて。積み木のような巻き込まれた人間は、焦って結界から出たがらない限り、受肉した過去の術師も、各々思惑があって賢者と契約しただけで、必ずしもモチベーションが高い。
uh,
カシモのように、
it's a lot to take
や
in
つがまだいる
right at the start of this.
そっか。100点以上持ってて、ルール追加をする気がないやつ。そいつを乗して、積み木が回遊を抜けるルールを作らせる。もう一人。
All right. Kashimo and Higuruma. I saw only two pillars there.
19日以内にポイントの変動がない場合、術式を発掘、死に至るルールです。
Okay.
そこで
That's a lot. That's a lot of information. And we are skimming over lots of stuff. First of all, Geto basically agreed and like showed us that Itadori is his son. Is his son. That begs the question. Well, it's not exactly a question anymore. You would think it would be Itadori's father or it would be Itadori's mother. Either of the two parents who would be um, oh god, what's the cursed spirit who's possessed Geto at the moment. But you know what I mean. Like Geto would be one of those two people, and we kind of got the glimpse that it was the mother, but we have literally zero information on Itadori's entire bloodline, family, except that Geto was somehow related to him, and at this point, his mother. Um, we see his grandfather. He does not trust him. Trust the mother, of course. Neither does Gojo know all this stuff. And another thing is, Hakari basically is now, um, well, in good terms with Megumi and Fushiguro, with Megumi and Itadori because he's the head of the Zein clan. But he doesn't know what Zein clan is going to end up literally the next day. That's kind of amusing because it might be the case that Megumi is the sole member. Well, I don't even know if Maki would be considered as Zain at this point. Yes, sort of, but Maki and Fushiguro are the two only remaining survivors of the Zain clan, and Megumi is the head. So I don't even think Maki would need to approve that. Like, he doesn't care at this point, but we know who is the head. Yuta is already fighting in the Sendai Colony. Well, I don't know if he's in Sendai Colony, but he is in the Culling Game, actively participating. Then we now have information that Sukuna and literally most of other players from the history, I think sorcerers from the history, um, have made the pact with Geto to become a participant in the Culling Games if and when, well, I don't know if when when the Culling Games start, and one of those participants is Sukuna. And that's why Itadori is already a player. But there's also a rule that within 19 days you have to have a sort of change in your points, whether it's plus. I think it has to be plus. I don't think it has to be minus because at this point, I don't know how you would get your points negative other than adding a rule. And Itadori doesn't have one, but he has to have plus points. He has to get more points within 19 days. How many days has this been? I think about a week or so, or 5 days, I think. So there's some pressure on Itadori to get some points. Now, there's only 9 rules, and we don't know yet of a new rule that they could be adding to get rid of this sort of situation because at this point, if you don't add or subtract, you don't have a change in points, then basically you're ending up dying, like he says. So they have to add another rule that kind of sort of flirts with this existing rules in a way that you can exchange points, if that makes sense, and that doesn't cause the technique to be stripped. So there's only 2 players at this moment in this game that they know that have more than 100 points and have not added a rule. I think likely other points haven't come to 100 points yet, but Kashimo's had 200 points and he's added only one rule and he still got 104 points left. So of course he's gonna be one of those players that we go to and be like, you know what, help us add this sort of rule. We will give you some sort of exchange value in return. Same thing with the other guy. It's up to Fushiguro and Itadori. Now, they haven't entered the colonies yet. So, what's the strategy here? Are they going to enter the same place? Are they going to enter in different places? Are they going to go enter the same place, split apart, and then go into different sort of directions so that they can gather points eventually and then meet up and share the points? I think the valid idea would be stick together, enter one colony, and then meet up with Utah, and then they kind of stick together so that it's not a burden on one-on-one fighting anymore. It's like 2v1, 3v1, that sort of stuff eases their way. And if somebody incredibly powerful shows up, I don't think anybody is more powerful than Utah at this point. I think Utah is the strongest sorcerer currently in this uh, environment. We don't know how strong Hakari is, but Yuta also knows reverse curse technique. He also has his own domain expansion, and lots of other stuff. So I think Yuta is currently the most powerful person, and he has Rika. Even without Rika, Yuta is powerful, but with Rika, he's literally got access to infinite curse energy, which I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna defeat him. But there might be some characters with incredibly tricky curse techniques, which will be difficult to defeat, and those are the ones that we have to watch out for. So Hakari and Kirara will always enter together. I don't even think Kirara has to participate, but Hakari has to participate, and he can fight whoever he wants. He's a strong person according to Gojo. So yeah, I think that's the one. I think we have to enter the colony together, and then add more rules and get better rules. Right now, the purpose of these people entering is to save Megumi's sister, and pretty soon we'll find out that it has to shift from just saving Megumi's sister to something else. Otherwise, like once that mission is accomplished, what are your next steps? Like, see, so we'll find out.
ルールを追加してプレイヤー間でのポイントの譲渡を可能にする
See, exactly.
手に打ちでポイントを回し続ければ術式を剥奪されて死ぬことはない
Yeah, that's good.
できればもう一つポイントを消費して死滅回遊から離脱できる
Oh, wow.
例の永続に抵触するんじゃねえか。
俺もそう思いますでも非プレイヤーを死滅回遊に引き込む身代わり条件を盛り込めばいけるかもしれません
確かにな。その辺は小金が決めんのか。
何にせよやることは決まったなあ獄門橋の封印を解ける天使を探しながら私も始めと
Hmm.
ヒグルバヒロム彼
If these people are pursuing the other two people,
本名じゃないんだろう。お前の少ない。
it's gonna be really difficult to defeat them. They are not some normal run of the mill players. They've killed.
ありは分かってんのか。
見ればわかるそうです
大丈夫か。
It's an angel. She has wings and she has a
俺とパンダが東京大
what's it called?
伏黒君と虎杖が第一。
Holo?
結界外で対決。でいいな。
Yep.
得点だけ見れば一番強いカシモと俺がやんのが順当だろ。パンダは鼻が利くから天使探しに注力しろ。乙骨から連絡ねってことは結界の中じゃ携帯は使えねえ。外の状況を把握できるやつは
That's an amazing animation technique.
待って俺と伏黒は別の方がいいかも少なかもうるせえうるせえお前たち3人の役割は動かせないわがまま言うなわがままこっちは心配してやってんだろお前それ毎回
I don't think he should be worried about Sukuna and Megumi.
喧嘩すんな。
よう、俺は小金。この結界の中では死滅回遊って殺し合いのゲームが開催中だ。ひとたび足を踏み入れたら、お前もプレイヤー。それでもお前は
There's two colonies? There's multiple colonies. Definitely, right. Alright.
そう言われましても誰か来ないことには俺にはどうしようも何あんた口答えすんの
Right, who are these people?
すいませんあんま舐めて引き殺すわよ警戒すべきは受肉した過去の術師だ俺もそう思ったね説明してくれたぜシゴ君1000年前の連中の言う100年や200年でも命の価値が今とまるで違うしかも術師だぞ戦って死ぬのは当たり前で戦って死にたい
Okay.
そのために賢者と契約したのかもなカシモやヒグルマは過去の術師の可能性が高いまともな交渉は期待するあと交戦的
So you basically have to beat them up and get the favor from them.
巻き込まれた現代人の術師ならむしろ積極的に情報交換できると思う
Alright, we're going in. Let's get ready. Hmm.
問題ない。
伏黒めぐみが死滅回復へ参加しました。ルールを参照しますか？
いい。必要だ。まずは火車の情報収集だ。行くぞ。
Alright, let's go. We are in, boys. We are in. Oh wow, we are falling already. Oh, we knew this. 9 locations. Okay. So he should have listened to the rule. Wow, we're already fighting in here. Not even hit the ground yet. Ooh. Oh, I just hope Itadori doesn't beat them up immediately. What? What did he hit her with?
本当に起きた。聞かねえか。そしたら伏黒探さねえと。
Right, new guy.
この女に何しとんねんで。
こっちに聞けばいいんだ。おばさんが出てきた。羽生さんはやられたのか。あいつどこかで。虎杖。
Oh. What the hell?
そっちが襲ってきたんだ。想定外のはぐれ方をした。どうだ。無絵でも見つけられない。この頃には渋谷よりずっと広い。多分2キロ以上離れているな。でも目指す場所は決まってる。火車という術師を知っている。
Well. We knew this. We kind of expected this. I didn't think. Well, Hakari already started joined the game, right? So he must have been in a different colony without them. I think he was supposed to join and look for Kashimo with Panda, and of course he said Kirara has to go out because they have to maintain the communications. Fine. So Hakari and Panda joined at a different place than Itadori and Megumi, and then this happened, which sort of kind of expected. If you don't if you don't want to see the rules, that's what's gonna happen. You might have missed some stars, asterisks there, which is exactly what happened. You should have listened to Kugani and understand all the rules, like, but nah. Who reads manuals? Honestly, who plays game tutorials the way they are supposed to be? No way. Just go forward. We know what we're doing. We're gonna do this, and we know our set of missions and just accomplish them and go ahead. Right now, we have to find Higurama, and Itadori is also doing the same thing, but they will eventually build up together. That's not a big deal. I think Itadori and Megumi are also one of the few strongest members. Jujutsu sorcerers. How strong can they beat other sorcerers from the past, 1v1 or any other sort of ways? Like Megumi's technique is a very strong technique. Like 10 Shadows is a generational technique passed down not passed down, but generational technique specific to Zain clan. Whereas Itadori is techniqueless at this point, so he relies on left, right, good night, brute force sort of. So I think he will be more in danger to fall for other people's crazy techniques than Fushiguro is, because Fushiguro's technique is very strong, and he also has got other shadows with him. Nue can fly, and of course there's the demon dog and all these other shadows that he can use to distract. Has incredible strength, and he can defeat grade 1 curse spirits. So can Itadori, Black Flash, and all this stuff. So these are extremely powerful people. But these newbie hunters, they don't stand a chance. But if in case newbie hunters are actually working for other people, and they got someone very strong for who's giving them these commands, because if they are newbie hunters, yeah, I don't think people like Kashimo or Higurama, yeah, I don't think these are the kind of people who hunt on other people's. They come across people, they target them, and or they just lead someone else into doing their sort of stuff for them. So I'm thinking that, but let's find out.
答えろ。
Higuruma.
どこにいるかわかるか。
なるほど、そういうことね。
Is she gonna blackmail him? Oh, no way! Yeah, that's what you get for fighting Itadori. What kind of power is that? What? Incredible reflexes.
上を常に取られるのは厄介だと思ったけど、あっちの攻撃手段はプロペラだけ。
Okay. Yeah, man's casually jumping stories of buildings.
俺を殺すためには近づいてくれ。屋内で迎え撃つ。
I guess that's a trap. Can he just blow up the entire building? Yes. You just stop him.
受けたな。てっぺん。さっきの飛行機女、俺ごとビルをぶち抜く強度がありながら、あの程度の投擲で落ちた。お前ら、術式の基軸の頭圧から離れるほど強度が落ちるんだろ。縛りか。だがどんなに戦おうが、頭は頭。攻撃さえ届けば勝ち割れる。
Thinking of a simple-headed simpleton.
拳が砕けたけこの勝負アドレの負けじゃ
Huh? Literally simpletons.
砕けちゃいねえよ。
いいけど、私のお願いも聞いてほしいな。
言ってみろ。
言って、クダ、教えて、クダ。
いえ、
私のナイトになって。
分かったわ、それでいい。
No interest in it.
印がない。
時間がないんだ。早くしろ。はい、歩け。
分かってんの？ナイトって命がけで私を守んのよ。
お前の言ってる
I bet she thinks she's trapping Megumi, but she doesn't know. I don't think she understands who Megumi is.
聞きたいんだけど。イタドリ、
Oh!
俺知ってるぜ。ヒグルマってやつのこと。嘘だった。わかるな。
Exactly.
イタドリとは違う。自分で100点取ってもいいんだ。
What?
お前はやめて。レミって呼んで。
久しぶり。覚えてるか？
Another occult club member?
俺の名前を知ってる。一方的に俺が知ってるだけだ。お前は有名人だから。
Hmm.
同じ地元の方でしたか。なんだお前。過去の術師じゃなかったの？
はあ？私そんなにしたわけで見える？
Yeah, Megumi's got conviction.
あのね、いいプレイヤーの一般人はコロニーから出してもらえたみたいだけど、初めからコロニーの中にいたプレイヤーはね、死滅回遊に参加して今日で12日目よ。
For 12 days, see, this has been a long time. So Itadori literally has a week.
やらなきゃやられるの。戦う
Split ahead.
12日もいればそれくらいわかるわ。
Okay.
その過程で力に溺れてくやつも見たわ。過去のだ現代のだで考えるのはやめることね。
過去の術師に触発されて、現代の術師も戦闘モードってわけか。
Yep.
イタドリに余計なこと言っちまったな。いいのか？仲間だったんだろ？あの二人。俺はただのパシリだよ。そのうち殺されてたさ。待て。いい加減どこに向かっているのか教えろ。
だから言ったらその後あんたが私を殺さない保証がないでしょ。
そうか。甘いだ。甘いリン。
Alright.
死んだらどうすんだ。
だからあんたが守るんでしょうが。あとお前って呼ぶな。
万が一があるだろ。甘い。ヒグルマはどこにいるんだ？
まあいいわ。ざっくりとなら教えてあげる。
強いやつほど栄えてたところに集まる。物資が豊富だからな。
ヒグルマは
ヒグルマは池袋。
新宿。
Okay. They are both. Of course. Of course, it's. Well, one sec. Let me see if there's anything else remaining. Nah, that's just next episode. And I guess that's one of the players. But anyway, that was today's episode. Damn, I didn't expect Megumi to have that sort of conviction. Well, I guess the stakes are high for him. It's his sister's life on the line. And he has to save her any way he can. And he, of course, Itadori has this sort of rule, or I don't think he has it in him to bring himself to take somebody's life. And we know, we've seen plenty of things why he's like that. Season 1, Season 2. And if you've not watched that, go check that out. Amazing anime. But Megumi, I didn't think he had it in him. And he definitely has it in him now that we know that. That's kind of amazing. Megumi is going after the kill. He's like, I'm not playing around. I've not got time. This is 12 days. We are 12 days in already. Itadori also has to have change in points within the next 7 days. I guess I don't think I don't think the technique kind of applies to Itadori because um, he doesn't have a technique. So how would he be stripped of its technique and that would result in his death? It could be Sukuna, but does that sort of rule apply to Sukuna? Or I guess Sukuna would just be like, oh, I've killed enough people already. I don't think I need to know. I don't know how that rule works on Itadori. Hey, feel free to comment and tell me how that would work for Itadori, whereas Sukuna is the main player, Itadori is already a player here. For Megumi though, he's got enough time to figure out, find his people, ask them to get create a rule and update the rule, and in that sort of way, kind of save his sister and also avoid fighting as much as possible. Be the pacifist that he claims to be. I don't think he claims to be, but be the pacifist that he wants to be. But these people are quite possibly very dangerous. And even Itadori's friend and this new person, Remy, they both have given two different um, locations for where Higuruma is. Which one of them is lying? We don't know. I don't believe Amai has a reason to lie. I do believe Remy. Sorry, the other way around. I believe Amai does not have a reason to lie, so he might be telling the truth. Whereas Remy, of course, being the new person there, and she understands the game, it's survival, you have to go for the kill, and there's like old sorcerers who are impacting these new sorcerers to stay alive in this game, go into battle mode. I think she has more of a reason to lie and trap and trick Megumi than Amai has to trick Itadori because he knows he's strong, he knows he's possibly one of those persons who could take Higuruma out. Uh, so I guess he's not lying, but that's just me. You let me know what you think about that in the comments. That was a good episode. We are finally in. We got separated, but we are in. We don't know where Hakari and Panda is. Maybe they also got separated into different colonies. But Hakari is clearly going after Kashimo because he's the strongest. And Hakari is the strongest. So, I don't know. Is Hakari the strongest or Yuta the strongest? Uh, at this point, no. It just depends who you are fighting. Like, you could be fighting potentially not one, but two or three or more sorcerers at a time. And in that case, maybe Hakari would come out on top or Yuta would come out on top. But if you're fighting somebody like extremely strong sorcerers, like in this case Kashimo, I hope, so maybe you would be able to fight them one on one and come out winning. It's just speculations at this point. But we got an idea of how the colonies currently are. There are 9 different colonies, 9 different locations, and we are supposed to meet up, add new rules, change the rules a little bit, and skew around the original rules so that we can survive in this game and help find. And then if we can find Angel and unseal Gojo, so that's our main mission: to unseal Gojo. We'll see how that comes about, but that was it for today's episode. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Anything you agree on, anything you know that possibly might be missing. Let me know all about that in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one. Until then, bye bye.